Mahalo Commissioner Bento for the gift of Oli this morning. Ano ai ke aloha ya kākou. Thank you for joining us today. Governor Josh Green and First Lady Jaime Kanani Green, along with key FestPAC leaders, will announce important details about the upcoming 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, known as FestPAC. Facilitated questions and answers with media will follow promptly after remarks conclude. Without further ado, it is my privilege to welcome Governor Josh Green and First Lady Jaime Kanani Green.
Thank you. Aloha and welcome to Washington Place. I'm First Lady Jaime Green, and it is my honor to join my husband, Josh Green, in welcoming all of Hawaii and the Pacific to the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, FestPAC. We have come together to provide a festival that will feature the very best in Pacific culture and artistic expression in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Hawaii to showcase our rich cultural heritage and foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of the diverse traditions throughout the Pacific Islands. We have artists, practitioners, and halau from across the state representing Hawaii at the festival. We've made it a priority to ensure that the public events are free and open to everyone. From June 6th to June 16th, there will be numerous events across Oahu to participate in, attend, or experience virtually. For those who are not able to attend in person, you'll be able to watch the major events on TV or see them live streamed. This Sunday, June 2nd, there will be a 32-page insert in the Star Advertiser with all of the festival information, schedules, and interviews. We're very excited to be a part of this special event.
Aloha. So it is our great honor to welcome everyone to FestPAC. And this is really a glorious partnership between Hawaii, tons of support from the mainland, and I've got to say, so many extraordinary people that want to make a festival that no one ever forgets. So it's our privilege to host this extraordinary event for the first time here in Hawaii. It's historic, as Jamie said, for our state and really for the entire Pacific community. The festival, what is it? I want everyone to think of FestPAC as a cross between the Olympic Games and the Merry Monarch. So it is something that only happens every 4 years, and it was also delayed due to the COVID pandemic. What it is meant to do is it's meant to emphasize the importance of cultural exchange and collaboration between all of our nations in the Pacific. Since its inception in 1972, FestPAC's been significant as a venue for honoring and preserving Pacific arts and culture. So it is a very, very big deal. The fact that it's here for the first time may mean it's not going to be here for the rest of our lifetime. So this is it. Everyone who can attend should attend. It is going to be magical. Due to an incredible partnership, which is a public and private partnership where we've included state support, corporate support, indigenous institutions, nonprofits, the community at large, Hawaii is ready to actually host this festival for the first time in 52 years in the history. So it has been a very big lift, and so many mahalos go from Jamie and myself to all of the people who have been behind the scenes making this happen. It has been a very large challenge, and you're going to hear from two of our principal organizers here in a moment. So it's been an incredible undertaking. It's coming together right now, and we're just really proud of what everyone's done to make it come together. It also provides a way for us to have a forum. It's going to be very dense in beautiful culture and sharing, but also we're going to be able to address socioeconomic and environmental questions as a people from the region. We will be addressing the impact of climate change. We'll be discussing the way we can have cultural resilience for all of the Pacific Islanders and communities through various initiatives and engagements during FestPAC. We will have governors panels and first ladies panels and so many opportunities for people to come together, and we'll explain how you can see all of this in a moment. So anyway, mahalo especially to the cultural practitioners that are coming together and the artisans who are really, they're going to be the pico of FestPAC. Several are with us today. They've been instrumental in creating a really meaningful opportunity of cultural learning and exchange throughout the 10-day festival. I hope people can clear their schedules and come to this, because what they are going to see is going to be majestic. And then I want to add a specific mahalo to Aaron Salā, our festival director, and his wife, who've been fantastic, leading the largest cultural celebration preparation we have ever seen. Remember, Olympic Games meets Merry Monarch. This is a huge undertaking. So we look forward to sharing the spirit of Hawaii, our sense of aloha with the world as we cultivate connections amongst all of these Pacific nations and share the cultural practices and indigenous knowledge that we have. My last appeal before questions later is I'm really urging Kama'aina to come together, gather your friends, please take advantage of the many free events. They are all free, and the activities that FestPAC has to offer. It is going to be special. It's something that you will not be able to bring your children to for many, many years, maybe ever, unless you're willing to travel deep into the Pacific. So let us be your hosts. Become part of our family like we always hope people will be. Join in the celebration, come and learn, and share this extraordinary cultural experience. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Governor Green and First Lady Green. Next, please welcome FestPAC Commission Chair Kalani Kanani.
Kawelina o ke aloha ia o ko pakahi a pau, mai ke kahi kapa aku o moana nui a kea, a ko Hawaii paiaina ke kahi. It's my privilege and my pleasure on behalf of the Commission for the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture. Thank you. To welcome our community to this festival. It's been about 8 years, really, that we've been talking about preparing for and planning this festival. The Commission began its work about 6 years ago, and so I would be remiss if I didn't thank the many commissioners who over that time helped us to plan, good vibrations, that's why, for a festival. Really an opportunity for us to engage our community, a diversity of our community, and coming together to welcome in a Pacific way those from across the region. I had the privilege of attending a festival back in 2012 in Honiara, Solomon Islands, and it really changed my life. And I know that sounds cliche on the surface, but for me it really reminded me about the kuleana that I have to Auamo here at home as a cultural practitioner of heihe va'a, or canoe racing and canoe paddling, but also as a hula dancer. When you're there representing all of Hawaii, it really is a privilege, and you're reminded of the time, energy, resources that it takes to make sure that these practices survive. It's not without sacrifice, and it's not without all the blood, sweat, and tears of it all, and also the joy and laughter that comes with it. When we talk about kuleana, sometimes we forget that it's also our burden and our joy. And really that duality of that concept of kuleana is something that I think has guided our festival planning. And we really hope that the work and undertaking of the Commission, Governor and First Lady Green for their leadership, our legislature, community partners, nonprofits, program leads, all the people that made this thing possible, really we hope bring an opportunity to our communities to see each other in a new way, to remind ourselves that we live in an island state where we rely on one another. We know that that happened in West Maui not long ago, and we saw the best in what makes Hawaii special in taking care of one another. Malama ke kahi, aloha ke kahi, and really this festival hopes that we can imbue that sort of energy to everything that we do over the course of the 10-day period of the festival. So without further ado, I just want to say please, please enjoy the festival. Please enjoy the fruits of our labor. No kahale, the house is yours. Come and see us at FestPAC. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Chair Kanani. I will not move the mic so we can holomua. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to bring up our esteemed Festival Director, Dr. Aaron Salā.
Oh yeah. Mahalo nui no ya oko pakahi. Kawelina o ke aloha me oko pakahi aloha. Aloha. Thank you, Makana Chair Ka'ana and Governor and First Lady Green, it is with great humility that I express the honor that it is to serve our Hawaii as Festival Director of the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture. As Governor and First Lady have already iterated, the largest convening of Indigenous Pacific Islanders in the world. Advanced teams from several countries have started arriving as of last week. As we speak right now, Kiribati is at the airport making their way through immigration. And this morning, we woke up to a text noting to us that Fa'afeite, the canoe from French Polynesia, is pulling Hawaii out of the ocean. FestPAC is an international undertaking with layers upon layers of kuleana. And as the Governor and First Lady have directed us, many hands have come together to effect our success as we prepare to host this convening. This festival will be the result of a robust collaboration across many sectors. Led by the State Department of Agriculture, federal and state agencies inclusive of Customs and Border Protection, CITES, the Coordinating Group on Alien Pest Species, the USDA Animal and Plant Inspection Service, and others comprise a biosecurity team that has worked tirelessly to prepare both ourselves and Pacific countries for a rather involved process of importation and exportation of heritage artifacts, regalia, musical instruments, and other such traditional materials. The U.S. State Department, in concert with Pacific embassies and ambassadors and consuls general offices, have worked together to facilitate visa acquisition for hundreds of Pacific Islanders traveling from Papua New Guinea, the Solomon Islands, Tonga, and Fiji, to name just a few. A security and protocol working group headed by the state's Office of Homeland Security and inclusive of its own series of federal, state, and city partners is assuring that we have properly prepared not only for the heads of state and heads of government that will travel to Hawaii for FestPAC, but also for the traditional leaders who travel with their country delegations and who bring their own sense of cultural gravitas to the festival, as they represent lines of genealogy that draw back to the very beginning of Pacific time itself. The festival is divided into a number of distinct programs and a number of distinct venues, the details for which I would point you toward our website at festpachawaii.org. But perhaps the most significant venue in the Festival of Pacific Arts, indeed the core heartbeat of the festival, is what has become known simply as the Festival Village. Our Festival Village is an innovative departure from villages of festivals past, and we acknowledge here the incredible work of a group of visionaries led by Native Hawaiian Senior Associate and Project Director from AHL, who, taking their cues from traditional Hawaiian architecture and inspiration from the work of such masters as Earl Kava'a and Palani Sinensi, have designed a festival village that will undoubtedly bring about a sense of incredible pride for those of us who call these islands our home. To realize this dream, the State Department of Land and Natural Resources partnered with the Albizia Project, a company driven by the repurposing of invasive species, to fell more than 1,000 invasive trees from the inland forests of Waimanalo, thereby clearing heretofore unknown traditional lo'i terraces that now can be refurbished, unveiled traditional Hawaiian petroglyphs, and revealed a traditional footpath along the base of the Ko'olau up towards Mauna Wili. The City and County of Honolulu's Department of Facility Maintenance, with support from Transportation Services and, of course, HPD, will support the transport of some 36 pallets of prefabricated lumber, some 30 feet in length and 7 feet high, from Waimanalo to the Hawaii Convention Center later this week. Together with partners from Events International, our team of construction personnel and volunteers will literally work around the clock to bring our festival village, merging traditional worldview with modern and innovative technology to life. The festival village is where kupuna and keiki meet, where kumu and haumana, where teachers and students find each other. It is the site where deep, meaningful engagement takes place, because it is the place where the festival's own purpose, to rekindle the subtle but resilient power of traditional knowledge and its passing from elders to youth, comes to bear. And our festival village could not be possible without an incredible festival host partnership between the state of Hawaii, the City and County of Honolulu, and Kamehameha Schools. There exists an olelo no'eau, hanai kekeiki ola kalahui. When we nurture our children, our people thrive. We know that our ancestors believed in this as we read the numerous mo'olelo that recount the value of the relationships between our elders and our youth. And as we aspire toward that enlightenment, Kamehameha, as a model indigenous and educational institution, and as a matter of its mission and the legacy of its founder, has taken up the mantle to assure that Hawaii's Festival Village, as a site for sharing and learning, and as a site for the myriad meaningful interactions that will transpire over the course of the festival, is apropos of the standard of excellence that is befitting who we are as a people, as a lahui, as Hawaii. In its own right, our lahui is home to some of the most extraordinary practitioners of culture, and we have sought the very best to lead our programs. Again, I point you to our website at festpachawaii.org for a more comprehensive list. However, as we know, each country delegation is led by a practitioner, traditional leader, or other such governmental dignitary who serves as head of delegation. Endorsed by Hawaii's 13th FestPAC Commission, Hawaii's head of delegation to the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture is Dr. Kamana'opono Crab. Dr. Crab is a practitioner of Ho'oponopono, as trained by Abby Napeahi and Howard Pe'a, and has studied chant under Kumuhula Hokulani Holt, and trained in the practice of protocol, as has to do with the Aha'ava. Ipolani Vaughn is a master weaver whose weaving genealogy hails from both the island of Kauai through the teaching of Esther Pa Kamakua'ole, and from Kona through the teaching of Gladys Kukana Grace. Auntie Ipo is one of our heritage program leads and will share it in her style of Ulana Lauhala in the Festival Village at the Convention Center. Captain Bonnie Kahapea Tanner, Executive Director of Kanehunamoku Voyaging Academy, serves as the lead for our Va'a program, housed at Kualoa, the birthplace of Hokulea. With Va'a sailing from French Polynesia and the Cook Islands, and Va'a crews from Aotearoa, CNMI, and the entire Ohana Va'a, Bonnie and her team will change lives. Dr. Randy Kamuela Fong is Executive Culture Officer at Kamehameha Schools. Through an internal partnership between KS Kaiaulu, Kanaio Kana, and Kaiwa Kilo Moku Pacific Indigenous Institute, Dr. Fong and his team have designed the Moana Nui Akea Pacific Conversations and Cultural Exchange. Over the course of 3 days, full, robust, incredible engagement, the conversations will offer a robust series of discussion with both well-known and up-and-coming Pacific Islander artists and practitioners that we all might learn through the experience of Oceanian peoples. A profound group of leaders gathered here. We are providing but a snapshot of the many experiences all will engage in through engagement with the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture. At the Governor's directive, aside from high-level bilateral meetings, the vast majority of the festival is free and open to the public. We want for everyone to come and experience this incredible opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime engagement for Hawaii and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the Pacific to engage here in this way. Please come volunteer, come and help us host our Pacific family. For more details on programs and schedules for the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, and to register for FestPAC events, please visit festpachawaii.org. At this time, it is our incredible pleasure to bring to the foyer here Fijian students from BYU, Hawaii, sharing with us traditional dances of Fiji. The men will dance Kaditoka Mai, the women will dance Rausayambe, and together they dance Mekeve Solo. I'm going to get it, Mekeve Solo. Thank you all very much. Aloha.
Hey!
Mahalo again to Dr. Aaron Salā and for the Fijian Meke. At this time, we'd like to proceed with questions from the media, and we'll go in order, and I will start with Victoria from the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. No question. Okay. I will then move to KHON. None? Hawaii News Now.
Governor, back to this ask you the importance of having this ceremony here, the whole festival. Why is it so important to be hosting this event?
So the question is, why is this so important to host?
Thank you for the question. There are many reasons. Before the Maui wildfire, we just felt honored to bring people together from across the Pacific and do our part amongst the Polynesian people. Since the Maui wildfire, we feel it's a way for us to restore hope, rejuvenate our society, and give back. So it is now taken on a much larger importance for Jamie and me, and I think for our entire state. We have a lot of people that have been hurting, and this is going to be a really glorious 10 days.
I'm going to try this again. I'm going to go with Courthouse News. Kia? So the question is, tell us more about the land use after the festival, timeline for that as well.
Thank you for that question. In a partnership with Kamehameha Schools, what we are doing is building a partnership with community organizations, the Department of Education, to assure that these hale find themselves in long-term homes for outdoor curriculum spaces. And so we're really working with Kamehameha on bringing these hale to life in the post-festival era.
Does that answer your question? Great. We'll go with Cassie with Hawaii Public Radio. Cassie, just a little bit louder for me, sorry. So the question is around transportation update as the FestPAC begins next week. Yes, Aaron will come up to address and may have a clarifying question for you.
Cassie, you're talking about transportation for delegates? So transportation for delegates is all in-house with us, planned for by our logistics team, Pacific Islands Institute. So there will be a general shuttle from housing at the convention center and Waikiki hotels to UH housing and Waikiki hotels to the convention center. And then that shuttle will go throughout the day between housing and the convention center. And then in the afternoon, when we start to deploy performing arts groups to different venues across the island, in the afternoon, buses will also shuttle out to venues and bring them back as well. In addition, we also have VIP transportation handled as well. Ultimately, everything is handled through the logistics team.
And for those who come and participate as guests who are just from our community, please carpool. There will be parking over at the convention center. Take public transportation and come and expect to spend long periods of time. There's going to be so much activity that you should avail yourselves of many hours if you can. There will be food and there will be dance and there will be celebration galore. So please consider full days because we want a lot of people not worrying about the potential traffic.
And just so that doesn't get misquoted, he did not say to take leave from work, so just for clarification purposes. Unless you want to. I guess the governor said so. I'm going to go back for round 2. Jonathan, Hawaii News Now.
Governor, whoever else wants to address this question, the United States and the world is having turmoil right now. We see so much division in the world. This festival seeks to bring people together. You know how important that is because we see so much unrest, and for once we're going to get together for 10 days and promote harmony, cultural exchanges to really think about each other and have that really good malala of each other. So either one, Governor and
Great.
President,
Very great question. It's around the world's being in turmoil and a lot of unrest and how this festival aims to create unity and collaboration.
So, thank you for that question. And this festival will go across the entire Pacific, which is an incredible thing. We have had people reach out to us from all of these nations who are sending enormous delegations, up to 100 individuals each. And then I will tell you, there are other countries that have reached out to us as well and just will be coming to visit, to participate, to attend. It is exceptional. We have been in constant communication with our State Department because we want to be very safe. But they have encouraged this festival because it is a way to bring harmony in a troubled time. And I will tell you that those who have sought refuge on our shores, which are many people over the many decades, when they see these cultures come together, I think they're going to also celebrate it. People from many nations, but of course from these 28 nations where they may have had generations of life and now live here. So we're excited. People will be welcoming their family members from Samoa, from Fiji, from all across the Pacific to this place. We also wanted to send out a heartfelt concern to Papua New Guinea, who suffered a tragedy recently. We are currently working on a plan to be supportive of that nation sometime in the near future after their landslides. But this is often, I guess, referred to by the State Department people as a positive way to bring people together and to avoid conflict. We have always backed away from any conflict in these beautiful nations because we don't want pressure to be put on people to make choices. They can choose to be together here in Hawaii.
To reiterate the governor's point, Hawaii does seek to be an example to the world. Final question, going to Cassie with Hawaii Public Radio. Okay, so it's a two-part question. You're going to have to help me out because I saw what you did there. You snuck two in one. So the first question is, when do we anticipate the other delegations to arrive outside of Kiribati? And your second question is the status of Papua New Guinea and New Caledonia as delegations. Okay.
Thank you, Cassie. So today Kiribati arrives. Fa'afeite is making their way to go through immigration as we speak. We expect now from the 27th or from the 28th, 29th, and 30th, they will start coming in one after the other. And some of them, for instance, Aotearoa is coming in 8 different flights. Some of them are coming in one fell swoop, thankfully. And so we expect that our hosting team at the airport, they're there right now. Beautiful music and bentos and such ready to receive everyone. Will be in overdrive by the weekend. To the second part of your question, owing to economic troubles, Vanuatu has, as you noted, officially withdrawn from the festival. New Caledonia has withdrawn owing to civil unrest. Right now, we expect that Papua New Guinea will still celebrate with us. As the governor noted, we send our aloha out to them, and we'll be working with them should that have to change as a result of what has recently happened.
And with that, this formally concludes today's presser. I did want to give a reminder, especially for media, that Auntie Ipo in the back, Bonnie and Randy Fong are all here for interviews, so please don't forget about them. They are holding up the rear, which is a very important kuleana, and we wanted to mahalo them for being here today, and they are program leads. So again, mahalo, we truly... Oh, and Kamana'o Pono Crab as well, adding him. Did I forget anybody else? Okay. Mahalo a'ole pilikia. But we wanted to mahalo you for your time today, and we very much look forward to seeing everyone at the 13th Festival of the Arts in the Pacific. Mahalo, ahui ho.